Hello everybody, this is Garrett, not from 11 Bang Bang, from the Garrett channel today. And I was going through some of the stuff over at the studio and around Ethan's place and noticed that the old Kibler Woodsrunner was starting to look a little bit like it needed a little bit of attention. He's been gone for a couple months, and I was like, well, I really ought to clean her up, but there's no point in cleaning it up if you ain't been out to shoot it. So I grabbed some of my stuff. I don't have his whole kit for this gun, but I grabbed some of my stuff, especially my squirrel hunting rig here. And I thought I'll come on out here and shoot it. So let me shoot some homemade powder. This is a 40 grain charge, so we're going to dump 2 of those in there. Make us an 80 grain charge of homemade powder. Still about 10 grains under what Ethan likes to shoot generally. Hopefully. Ooh, spill a little bit of that powder. There we go. And I don't have his ball, I don't have his bag or setup, so I just grabbed this one here. And I don't know what all's in it. This is going to be just as fun for you as it is for me, or vice versa, because I was thinking about it and I realized I don't think that as much as I care for this Kibler Woodsrunner, I don't recall if I ever shot it or not during the video making process. So I thought it might be a perfect time for me to come out here and attempt it myself. Whoa, that did not work according to plan. I feel like that was way too loose. We fell past the patch. Well, there's only one way to fix it. We'll drive that patch down on top of the ball. Shoot the whole mess out. Be a good opening shot. That's what you get when you get really thin patches. Like I said, I didn't grab his setup for this. I grabbed the setup I've been using for my CVA mountain rifle in 50. In combination with my squirrel hunting setup. Tell you one thing, that's a big pan compared to the Southern Mountain Rifle. Alright, let's see what we can do. Only one trigger to fool with. Try not to let that ball roll down range. Not bad. Considering we didn't let the ball roll out the end of the barrel, right? Alright, here we go. The thing that shall never be done. We have a clear touch hole. Alright, so one of the reasons I wanted to come out here and make this video, and you guys know me, these are easy videos, there's nothing serious about them. It's just me coming out here talking, having a good time, and enjoying myself in the woods for an afternoon. If you guys don't like the gun portions of these videos, let me know. I may go back to just talking, but it's also kind of fun to not be stressed on trying to put out a high quality video on 11 Bang Bang where you're trying to do a bunch of shooting and whatnot. And I don't have to worry about all of that. And I know that's the right size patch, just pretty thin. I don't have to worry about all that on this channel, because this channel I'm not striving to grow. But I do come out here and I talk about some serious stuff, like, well, a little over a month ago I told you all about my sister being in a wreck and the doctor saying she wouldn't wake up from it. Anyway, my sister woke up, at least partially, and that's probably thanks to a lot of you guys praying and everything else. She can make words, she's semi-conscious, and she can open one eye and move her right hand, I believe. So that is a blessing, and I appreciate everybody's prayers and thoughts. Like I said, not my gun here, but I still love this gun. 50 caliber Woodsrunner is a lot lighter and a lot better balanced than a 36 caliber Southern Mountain Rifle. Bigger hole in the barrel. And I can tell you from experience here lately with that Burns rifle, The smaller the hole in the barrel, the gun gets heavy fast. We'll back up here and see if I can get you in frame a little better. But yeah, that's going on, and I appreciate everybody's thoughts and prayers, and people giving me some time to answer emails and whatnot during that time. It was a very hard time for me too, as much as anybody else, believe it or not. Some people got downright ringy that I wasn't watching their videos or responding quick enough. And let me just tell you, it was not a very good time, and I learned a lot about those people during that time period. I learned enough to know that I need to prime and charge this gun before I put the round balls down. And I really learned that a lot of you people on this channel have good common sense and understanding about things that are going on. And like I said, I really appreciate all of you giving me a chance to kind of sit back and figure some things out in my own life. And instead of pushing me for this or that. So the Burns rifle, another subject. Burns rifle is done. I'm waiting on some patching material for it because that is a 32 caliber gun, and 31s are a little loose and 315s are just a little tight. So I went to Track of the Wolf and I ordered several different thicknesses of patching instead of what I normally would use, which is 1.80 or, like I said, or 2.20. I got some thin stuff, I got some thick stuff. I'm going to try several ball combinations. That is obviously a very heavy built target rifle. I can see that patch smoldering down there. Luckily it's pretty damp and green. Interesting, very interesting. I really need to grab those 50 caliber patches, but this is what it is for the moment. So anyway, should be out. We did a side-in video on the 1803 Harper's Ferry this week. Next week we should be more powder. Run out of powder. Next week we should be doing either the CVA left-handed 50 caliber flintlock Hawken that I got in trade with Gray Pilgrim, or if that doesn't exactly work out, we'll do the side-in video on the Burns rifle and try to go from there. Tell you what, it's a beautiful day out today, and perfect day. About 65 degrees right now. I'm not in my Old West gear, I'm in my everyday work gear, except for the hat. I went ahead and put a good hat on for this particular video. There we go. Got her started that time. Hopefully I put powder in this. I always have to stop and think. When you're talking to a camera, sometimes you forget those things. As long as you don't double load, you're fine, but you don't want to dry ball either. I hope I didn't. You all know. You were watching. You all can't see it, but that smoke is just hanging forever in those trees over there. Well, let's do one or two more shots. Just having some fun here. $80 grains-ish. Nothing too precise here. Like I said, this is just about having fun. I had the itch to build another rifle kit. Probably a little more complex than the Kibler. I haven't made up my mind yet. We've gotten decent enough. Ethan's been building those. Ethan's built 2 rifle shop kits from Castings at this point, and he's really gotten pretty good at it. I was impressed. And you'll be seeing them when he gets back. He has a couple of original guns coming in. smoothbore stuff from what I can tell. He had a chance on our original Jaeger. He kind of passed it up for a smoothbore. That kind of made me sad. Always been a fan of the Jaeger ever since I was little, and I read the book, I believe it was called Keeping the Promise, where Loomis stole the Jaeger. Ever since then, I've been a big fan of the Jaeger style gun. Woodpecker going at it back there. But he instead got a few other guns, original military style weaponry. I'm sure you guys will all enjoy that thoroughly. Shooting a really tight group down there for only putting 40 grains in one time and probably 50 the next. Out there about 50 yards, my group's about like that. This is a really good shooting rifle. Like I said, I kind of wanted to build another one. I don't know, I haven't made up my mind. Half the time I want to build an authentic Hawken, and the other half I want to build a Lehman rifle. And then somewhere in the middle I always want to do some big 58 caliber, just long Pennsylvania rifle, which I could do with the Kibler Colonial, I guess. But one thing this Woodsrunner has over those is the length of the barrel, a little shorter. It's like, I'd say this is 4 inches, I think, shorter than my Southern Mountain rifle. That is handy. That is really handy. That makes it for kind of the perfect length. I mean, I get why the Southern Mountain rifle is longer, but this little bit shorter barrel makes it good for carrying through the woods, that's for sure. By the way, I've had some comments with people getting ringy because I don't have glasses on in these videos. Well, it's a good idea to have eye protection. That's no joke, but kind of my business. And one fella said, "You're not a true rifleman because you don't wear eye protection." I said, well, then I guess Daniel Boone, David Crockett, and a whole lot of other guys weren't very good riflemen, because as far as I know, none of them wore eye protection either. Not saying you shouldn't, you absolutely should, but I've been doing this my whole life. Ever since I was old enough to hold a shotgun up to my shoulder. Grandpa never wore safety glasses, especially back in the 50s or 60s, and neither did anyone before him. And of course, I'm sure some of them lost an eye here or there. Here's my hear that thing laughing at me? Well, here's what I have to say about that. If I lose an eye on YouTube, I give all of you permission to laugh at me. Point and laugh all you want. I only have one good eye anyway. But I'm going to enjoy it until then. But like I said, for not having a tight-fitting combo like Ethan does, I'm shooting a really good group out there at 50 yards. If I had a little sharper flint, or was not so lazy and changed it, we wouldn't have had any issues thus far. We got it that time. Well, guys, that's all I have today. Thanks for coming out and hanging out in the forest with me again this week. We'll do another one next week. I don't know what I want to shoot exactly. There's a lot of interesting guns I'd like to get out here and shoot on this channel, but it's not like it's historical in-depth reviews or anything like that. It's literally just me coming out here in the woods and plinking around a little bit. So, if you guys have any guns you'd like to see me shoot out here from 11 Bang Bang, chime in the comments and I'll bring them out here on this channel too. But today we're just having some fun with a good old Woodsrunner. I like all kinds of guns. I really like trapdoors. I like Hawken cap lock guns. I like all that, but there's literally nothing that beats a good high quality flintlock. Thank you guys for coming out here, and we'll catch you on the next one.